What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to your video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2023 Wawa 250. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, headed to Daytona International Speedway, the 2.5 mile super speedway. This track always produces some really awesome and really exciting racing. The last time we raced for Daytona International Speedway, which was the opening race for the Xfinity Series in 2023, we saw Austin Hill pick up his first victory in 2023. He looks to get his fifth win of the 2023 NASCAR Xfinity Series season. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is looking pretty good. It's going to be 89 degrees high with 75 degrees as a low for not only a 20% chance of rain with mostly sunny skies. Weather's going to be a little cooler at the start of the race. Weather is looking really, really pleasant, which is kind of surprising for Daytona standards as it tends to be a little bit rainy during this time. Glad to see the weather is looking really and extremely promising for this weekend at Daytona. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks work on the channel. I do two suck picks, two drivers I expect to struggle throughout the race, so I think are going to be really bad on the type of track we're running. I do two underdog picks, two drivers who are going to run really, really good at under front equipment who I think need a good run this weekend. And I do my winner's pick, driver thinks going to win the race overall. And then I do the drivers need to watch out for it. Unlike the Cup Series, where I do 5 drivers need to watch out for usually, for the Xfinity Series and Truck Series, I do 4 drivers need to watch out for. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the Wawa 250? My first suck pick is the driver of the 8 car for Junior Motorsports, Josh Berry. Josh Berry's been pretty hit or miss on the super speedways throughout his NASCAR Xfinity Series career. He's had some good finishes in the past in super speedways, but he's also crashed a lot out of those types of races as well. I just don't think Josh Berry is going to have a good run this weekend, sadly. I feel like Junior Motorsports has been getting a lot faster, but the last time we raced her here at Daytona, we saw a disaster class from Junior Motorsports. So sadly, I think you're not going to see Josh Berry contending this weekend at Daytona. My second suck pick for this weekend at Daytona is the teammate of Josh Berry, the driver of the 9 car for Junior Motorsports, Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones has not had a good year in 2023. I believe he's only scored 4 or 5 top 10s altogether, which is really, really disappointing for the standards of not just Junior Motorsports, but the 9 car as well. He's also failed to score a victory in 2023, and he spun out last time here at Daytona, and I think there's some bad luck that's going to hit the plate. I don't think Brandon Jones is going to have a good run. I think he struggles this weekend at Daytona International Speedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the Wawa 250. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Daytona is the driver of the 22 car for Jordan Anderson Racing, Jeb Burton. Jeb Burton is going to be running a throwback to his dad, which I think looks really, really awesome. But Jeb Burton has been very, very quick on the super speedways, especially this season. He's gotten a couple top 10s on the super speedways this year, and also remember, he won at Talladega earlier in the spring. So therefore, I do believe that you're going to see him have a really solid chance, and maybe an outside chance and opportunity to potentially get his second victory in 2023, and maybe get his third career NASCAR Xfinity Series victory as well. I think he's got a really great chance and opportunity to be an underdog to win this weekend at Daytona. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Daytona is the driver of the 48 car for Big Machine Racing, Parker Kligerman. Parker Kligerman has a ton of momentum currently at the moment. He's finishing a lot more in the top 5 and top 10 consistently and has a really good chance to make the playoffs this year. And remember, he was really good at Atlanta and Talladega as well earlier this year. So I do believe that Parker Kligerman has an outside chance and a really solid opportunity to potentially win this weekend. I think he'll be a threat. I think he'll be an outside contender and might have a chance to win. And he's an underdog pick for sure, though, this weekend at Daytona. And now we're going ahead and jump onto the winner's pick for the Wawa 250. Who is my winner's pick? My winner's pick this weekend is probably the best super speed racer currently in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. I'm talking about the driver of the 21 car for Rich Schultz Racing, Austin Hill. Austin Hill's won a lot of Xfinity Series super speed races. If I'm not mistaken, he's won 3 or 4 so far, maybe even 5 in his Xfinity Series career at this point. And I think Austin Hill will get another one and get his 5th victory, tying John Nemechek on wins so far this year. Austin Hill has a lot of momentum right now. He's got a lot of confidence. Obviously signed a contract extension with RCR last week. I believe that Austin Hill will have a great chance, a really strong opportunity, and I think he absolutely will be a threat and a really strong contender to potentially pick up another victory. I think he's got a chance to win this weekend at Daytona International Speedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Daytona. who should you keep your eyes out on? The first driver to watch out for this weekend at Daytona is the driver 16 car for College Racing, Chandler Smith. Now, Chandler Smith has been kind of struggling over the last few weeks, but Chandler Smith was very, very fast at Atlanta earlier this year when College Racing was all together and they were partnered up and they were all contending for the victory. I think Chandler Smith is going to be a threat and contender to win this weekend. I think the 16 car has been really, really fast at times, especially on the super speedways. And College Racing, historically great at super speedways. So therefore, I think that Chandler Smith will have a chance to win this weekend at Daytona. The second driver to watch out for this weekend at Daytona is the driver of the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek right now is probably the favorite to win the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship with already 5 wins this year. And one of those wins came at Atlanta in July. I think John Hunter has a really good chance to win. We've seen Joe Gibbs Racing win a lot of super speed races throughout their time. I think you see John Hunter have a really great chance and opportunity to win at Daytona. The third driver to watch out for this weekend at Daytona International Speedway is the driver of the 2 car for Rich Schultz Racing, Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed has been pretty good at super speed race, especially this year in 2023. And he's going to be teammates at Austin Hill, so I think both them teaming up together and working together, I think is going to be really tough to beat both those guys this weekend. And Sheldon Creed, we maybe see Austin will try to help Sheldon Creed get the victory so he can lock his way into playoffs, but I do believe that Sheldon Creed will be a threat and contender to for sure win this weekend at Daytona. And the fourth and final driver I think you need to watch out for this weekend at Daytona International Speedway is this driver of the 7 car for Junior Motorsports, Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier had a really good chance to win at Daytona earlier this year, and this 17 has probably been the fastest car altogether, maybe outside of last week or a couple of weeks. He's been the fastest Xfinity Series driver the last 4 or 5 weeks, but they've not been able to capitalize on scoring the victory this year. But I do believe that Justin Allgaier is going to have a chance to potentially capitalize this week, because I don't think Junior Motorsports is going to completely have a disaster class like they had earlier this year. So I think that Justin Allgaier has a really great chance. I think he's got a really good outside shot, and nonetheless, I do think Justin Allgaier could potentially pick up his second victory 2023. He's been close to winning a lot of races recently. I do think Justin Allgaier will be a threat to win this weekend at Daytona. So, those are my race picks for the Wawa 250. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Josh Berry, Brandon Jones. My underdog picks are Jeb Burton, Parker Kligerman. My winner's pick is Austin Hill. And the drivers to watch out for are Chandler Smith, John Hunter Nemechek, Sheldon Creed, and Justin Allgaier. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2023 Wawa 250 at Daytona International Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, notifications on so you know for this weekend at Daytona. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're having NASCAR news. We discuss the news over the last couple days. Then on Thursday, we'll have race picks for the NASCAR Cup Series race at Daytona. And then on Friday, we'll have a NASCAR news video. Of course, the NASCAR Xfinity Series race in Daytona. And then, of course, on Saturday, we'll have the NASCAR Xfinity Series race review for Daytona. A lot of great content dropping on the channel, and I cannot wait to share everything I have in store on this channel. There's a lot of awesome content. I'm excited for what's in store with the future of this channel. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.